Hey everyone, I'm back today with another lickety split tech tip, and today I wanted to talk about Symbaloo and how I think it's a really good program that can help make your life a little bit easier. So, a few things. I'm going to talk about what it is, and then how you can sign up. And once you're signed up, how we can start adding, they're called tiles, and then finally, how you can customize it to make it work best for you. All right, so before I go on to Symbaloo, I just want to talk about, I think, an issue that many of us have, especially in the digital age, with all the amount of stuff and websites that we're using, and the idea of having one tab open to go to another one, to go to another one, gets a little overwhelming, and then we have a lot of stuff in other places, so then we try to open a new one, and I know I have all my bookmarks, but then my bookmark tab gets huge, right? And then I have to find what I'm looking for to open a new one. So it's just, again, very overwhelming. So what Symbaloo does is it kind of takes all those bookmarks, but it puts them on your screen at once. And they add them as these tiles. And I think it's a whole lot more useful and efficient way of seeing all of my information at once at a click glance with icons that I set up. And then I can click and then open those things easily. So that's really what Symbaloo is. So I'd like to show you how you can sign up and set it up to work best for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to open a new tab, and then we can search Symbaloo, Symbaloo. All right, and that's .com. And then it's going to bring you to the home page here, and I'm just going to hit skip tour. And we'll first need to sign up. So when you sign up, it's going to give you some options, but in this case, you are going to select the personal option. So under personal, I'm going to get started. All right. You can put in your email address and all that information, but it also can link to your Google account. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to link it to the Google account, and then I'm going to click on the account to approve everything. Once you're signed in, I'm going to select that I'm going to be using it for education, hit the X to close it, and then I'm ready to get started. So the first thing, if I want to start from scratch, I can hit this plus to make a new web mix. All right, I can give it a name. Could be whatever you'd like it to be. Add a brand new one. All right, and so again, I can have 100 empty open spaces here. So the first thing you could do is you can just click to add a new tile, and you have one of two choices. The first is that you can search popular common ones, right? So things like our Google information. We can add Gmail, so I could search Gmail, and then I can add my Gmail tile. I can add my Google Drive. I could search that. And then there's Google Classroom. So common ones that we use. And the nice thing is that because we're signed into our Google account, I just have to hit the Google Drive and it automatically signs me in. I don't have to re-sign in. So everything's linked together, which is super convenient. Okay. All right, so the other thing we can do is we can add our own websites. So if I have a website open, such as the school's website, I can copy that to my clipboard. I can go back to Symbaloo. I can click to add a tile, and I can paste it in there, and then I can add that tile. So the other thing that we can do that is super helpful is if that we're using Google Docs quite often, we can actually add the doc as a link. So for example, our school lunch list, right? This is technically a Google spreadsheet, but it has a website. So I can actually add this as a tile as well. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and copy the URL that's up here. All right, I'm going to go back to my Symbaloo page. I'm going to click, and then I'm going to paste, and then it'll actually add the spreadsheet. Now with this one, I know it's a bunch of random information, but if I look over here to the right, it says add and edit. So once I paste my website in there, I can hit add and edit, and then it brings up my customizations for that tile itself, which is nice. So I have a few pieces of information here. The first is the title URL, all right? and then the title label. Okay, so the URL I want to leave alone, that's the hyperlink. The label, if I want it to be something different, right, I can make this my lunch count list, right? So I could change the name of the tile, but again, I want to leave the URL alone. And then, do I want to open it and embed it in Symbaloo? I'm going to recommend no, because we'd want that to open in its own tab, so I'll turn that off. If I want to, I could pick a color to be associated with that, so it changes the actual tile itself. And then the other thing is I could pick different little logos. Now sometimes if it's a normal website, it might suggest some, but I can also look through different items or little pictures to see what they have. So I could pick something to customize it again to help me. And once I finished it and have it customized, I can click on the link, and now it takes me to that doc that I had. So it's super helpful with different Google Docs that you may use regularly. And the best part is that these can change easily. So if I need to go back in and edit a website, I can hover over it, I can right click, and I can choose edit. And I can change those things, right? I can change the labels. Right? I can go back and customize different things. Alright, and then I just simply, it auto saves to that point. So when I'm done, I could just click off of it or close it, and then it remembers it. If I no longer need a tile hyperlink, I can right click and delete it. And it's that simple. And that's the gist of it. And if I need to move things around because I start to get a bunch of them, I can group them together. Right, I have all this space. You can have multiple tiles, right? And again, they have the home one that's preset, but if I don't want them, I could just hit the X to get rid of it, right? So that I just keep the ones that I want at the top. So I could always just keep my site here. So if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day.